No. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, I would have been muted on the YouTube and Twitch side. I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing. I would have had a bad recording again. But anyway, I was able to get a recording of that stream. So I do have it. I can make clips of it. I'm excited because I actually think that that was probably like our most successful stream in terms of like value and information. So we have it. I'm really glad. I'm the monarch of Iriam. I really am, right? That's what I told you before. Is like I'm the most scuffed streamer. Move over, Monarch. On Iriam anyway. Monarch wins on Twitch, but I definitely win on Iriam. I heard clips. Ridley, I want to start adding clips to my YouTube channel. I haven't yet, and I'm honestly not really sure, like, if that's gonna be on the main or not. But I do have a YouTube channel. I do stream on the YouTube channel, but I want to start uploading clips, and I want to make clips of a stream that I thought was gone forever. And I'm really glad it's not, because I gave a lot of content creation tips. That's my favorite thing to do, is to give content creation tips. So I'm really glad that we still have it. Clipper Ridley. Are you a clipper? I got a compliment from a friend that my lineary has gotten cleaner, so I'm very happy my... Oh, line art! That my line art has gotten cleaner, so I'm very happy that my art's improving. I also gotta get back into drawing, might do some more after the gym. Nice, Cancer Kaiju! If you're in the Discord, or if you want to join the Discord, you can get to the link through my Twitter, and I actually have a really large section where you can post your art and get feedback, or just share it. I have, like, sketching channels and finished gallery channels. I'm actually very focused on art-related things, so if you ever want to post your art, feel free to. We'd love to have you. I want to record for my next video, but I still feel sick. Better today than yesterday, still not quite 100%. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. I definitely hope you feel better soon, B Heroine. Hopefully, in time for the holidays, for sure. Did you know I can appear in 2 other places? Wait, I'm not even, 2 other places? Do you mean on other... Hello on the YouTube and Twitch side, Ridley. That's funny, that's funny. Hello. You used Shadow Clone Jutsu here. Giving us what? No. I've told staff that I want to restream because it brings people into Iriam who are curious about it. Because if people don't know what Iriam is, I actually, if you look at my overlay on that side, it actually has a QR code to get into Iriam, and it straight up says I don't reply to people on Iriam. I don't reply to people on Twitch and YouTube much, but to come join Iriam. I can still see you guys, though. You're not hiding from me. What does it mean to be the monarch of Iriam? Granted, I support crowning Starlight as queen. I don't think that's what you mean. Yeah, monarch is a VTuber who is known for being the queen of scuff. Ridley, stop with the bonks! I see a lion in here. I see a lion. You guys can't hide from me. But yeah, Monarch is a much larger VTuber, very large indie. I can't defend myself against bonks from 3 separate places, guys. That's not fair. I'm only 1 fox. The music gal, yeah, indeed. She gets, she has a lot of streamer scuff as well, so, she calls herself the queen of scuff, and she is on Twitch, but I think I have the title on Iriam. We're both blue themed. Does that count? Is that the curse of it? Blue VTuber? Hey! Alright, you got me everywhere. Are you happy now? You've bonked me in all 3 locations. Are you happy? Bye Fox, thank you for the 3000th star. Are you happy? Yes. Mission accomplished, the ultimate bunkening. Here's a head pat from all 3 angles. I appreciate it, thank you. You guys are ridiculous. You guys are silly. Silly and ridiculous. But it's fun. It's fun. Ah. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. Alright. What was I going to talk about? What was I going to talk about earlier? I had plans to talk about things, and then I forgot them all because I've been bunked so much. I guess we could talk about a few things in the larger social media presence of things, the direction of things. So, I'm trying to think of what direction. Do you guys have any, like, content-related questions for me that I could try to answer? Because I'm kind of on, like, a content kick right now. I think the main thing, I don't know if I want to, like, talk about it so much as, like, not really a vent or so, but I'm kind of curious on your guys' thoughts. Like, if you're also a VTuber, if you, or if you also do, content-related things and whatnot, do you ever have the feeling of, like, I probably don't need a manager right now because I don't really need, like, scheduling help, because it's not that I have problems with scheduling, it's that I genuinely am just swamped right now, and I'm curious, like, I get these feelings sometimes where it's like, I don't think I want a manager, but I want, like, a content or personal branding guru, and the funny thing is, it's what I do, right? I'm less about content than chill when we're in Iriam. That's fair, that's fair. I guess, like, I default to content because it's what I know how to talk about the most. If that's alright, I don't know. I don't know how to be chill. I'm trying to learn to be chill, but I'm still working on that. But I guess it's funny, right? So Aurelia is saying I'd like to get in touch with about branding questions, and I'd definitely love to do that, by the way. For sure, for sure. Let's definitely, you know, figure something out, at some point. But I think it's interesting because I love personal branding. It's a huge passion of mine. I love personal branding because I think it's, like, something that VTubing lends itself so well to. It's a perfect fit, right? And I love helping other people with personal branding. I think it's always really, really fun to do that. But I'm not good at it for myself. So I'm, like, thinking about how I want to try to find, oh, no worries, Ridley. All the best, all the best. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you for stopping by. I appreciate the head pats, and slightly so the bonks. Chill cannot be learned, it can only be done. You do it without specifically trying to do it. Thank you. Alright, final one for the road. Have a good rest of your day. But I guess what I was saying is, like, I really love personal branding, but I'm so bad at, like, helping myself with it, right? Because I really love helping other people with it. I feel like I'm really good at, getting others' ideas down, getting visual connections, visual cues, and everything, and then when it comes to my own stuff, I get really stuck. Does anyone feel that way? Like, you want to help out, you want to help out somebody with something that you know that you're really good at. But when you need the exact same thing, you get really stuck because you can't apply it to yourself the same way. The cobbler's kids have no shoes is a saying for a reason. Yeah, exactly. That's really it, isn't it? Morris, hello! Welcome in, welcome in! Is this one of those things you can ask the mysterious person called VTuber Senpai about? I have in the past. He is, sort of like, going through a lot at the moment, I suppose. I don't really know. So I'm sort of like, I need to sort of like step up and figure things out on my own in a way, but I'm also like, I feel like I need to talk to people who are really, really big in that field, right? I'm like, I want to talk to experts. I don't really have the funds to talk to experts, but I was thinking earlier, I'm like, what if I did an art trade? What if I approached like some sort of guru or manager or coach or whatever, and I was like, hey, I could draw for you. Morris, how are you doing today? Konnichiwa. Hello, hello. I do wish that I could. Wouldn't talking to other VTuber artists help as well? Absolutely, and I have tried. And I'm just sort of like in a place where I need to try to figure out how I can move forward, I guess. Because everyone else is like, everyone's doing their own thing, right? I have trouble teaching what I'm good at, but I can readily learn more about the thing I'm good at. Wait, trouble teaching what you're good at, but could learn more about it. Oh, that makes sense. Genki desu? Apologies, Morris. I'm not very well versed. I don't think there's an expert who knows the straightforward answer that you're looking for, and even if they do you really want to know it? I mean, knowing it would be nice. It's one of those things where it's like, there obviously isn't a full answer to these things, right? You just sort of have to go with the flow and figure out what works and keep experimenting, but then you sort of have like this analysis paralysis of not really knowing where to go with things, and I don't think I'm alone in that, right? I think a lot of people feel that way too. Also, thank you, Lillian, for the 4,000 star. Thank you, I appreciate it so much. I'm afraid of reincarnation? I don't really have many thoughts on that. There's so many different directions that could go. Would I accept the answer if there is any? That's an interesting question. So, are you saying, like, would you accept the answer if it was certain? Or would you accept the answer if it was, like, possible and no one really... and you can really tell if it was the right thing? Like, I'm curious what you mean. Do you mean if you were given an answer, but it was completely different than what works for you? Or are you saying that if it was, like, matching what you were looking for? Otaku guy, hello, welcome in. Welcome back, I should say. How's everything going? Would you accept it even if you don't like it, even if it's the truth? That's interesting. Going good, about to go for a walk. I hope you have an awesome walk. I hope it's nice out where you are. It's probably a little bit cold out. That's a really good question, Beheroin, because, like, it's so, I have talked to people. I have had talks with, like, you know, VTuber Senpai, for instance, and sometimes you get information where people say that it's, like, 100% this is what you need to do fully. Otaku guy, thank you for the focus lines. That worked. That was, like, fully, boom. That was good timing. Oh, yeah. Wait, I understand corporate branding, not really personal branding. They're very different things. They really are. And the funny thing is, I don't understand corporate branding. I really love personal branding, though. I couldn't do corporate branding, but it's funny because, I'll be back if you're gonna be still on. Alright, Otaku guy, thank you, and have a good walk. So corporate branding, right? It's funny because I think that, I really like marketing, but if you look up how to be a better marketer, if you look up, like, classes in marketing, it's all based on corporate stuff, right? And it's like, I don't like that. I like personal branding marketing, but that's not really a thing, is it? Like, people don't really talk about that, right? Because personal branding is sort of your visuals and your aesthetic and your identity, how people see you, right? That's sort of your personal brand. And then marketing is like the things that you make for that, to increase that, to push that forward, to emphasize it, right? That's the actual meat and potatoes of what you're doing, is the is the marketing. But no one teaches you how to do, like, personal marketing. And I think that I was trying to figure out if there was a term for it before, and now I don't remember what the term was. I probably said something like personal brand marketing? I don't remember now. But it's like, it's this area that I don't think anybody touches on, and I wish more people would, because I want to take classes on it. But then the irony is that I can teach it to other people, but I feel like I don't know it because I've never, like, taken a course on it. It's like something that I feel like I almost, am trying to invent while trying to research. Does that make any sense? I feel like I'm inventing a niche that doesn't exist. In film, they call it auteurism, but the term is controversial. What do you mean, Lillian? I'm curious. What does that mean? A lot of persons, especially artists, are in a perpetual state of reimagining, reinvention, personal discovery, and a restless search for the next personal mountain to climb. That probably makes sense, yeah. It's like, I want to help people with this thing, and I'm trying to define what this thing is, and I think a lot of people could use this thing, but I can't research this thing to get better at it. Let me see if I can sum it up. Yeah, I'm curious now. I'm very curious. What is it? Auteurism? Heroine, thank you for the 5,000 star. Thank you, thank you. And Hero End, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here again. I appreciate it. Oh, now we've got, wait. We've got B Heroine, and now we've got Hero End. What is that going to mean? What is that going to do? I'm gonna turn this down just a tad here. Let me know how the volume is for you guys, because I'm using speakers for BGM, so it's hard for me to sort of judge how it appears for you. But let me know. But hello, Hero End. Welcome in, welcome in. They become a fighting force duo. Yeah, right. Wait. Hero End, are you a hero or are you a villain who ends heroes? This is important. We need to know. Auteur theory in film is the idea that a director can claim authorship of a film if they have a distinct, recognizable style. Oh, interesting. So you're saying that, like, if I'm trying to find a niche that I'm sort of trying to label that doesn't really exist, but helps people with it? Authorship of a film with a distinct, recognizable style. Interesting. Could you give an example of that? I'm curious. The French came up with it. Depends on the day. Are you like a, what do they call that? Are you an, anti-hero? Are you like a Deadpool? That's funny, though. Yeah, I feel like I'm trying to... Yeah. Alright, Sierra, you might have a companion sometimes, and other times there might be chaos. we have a hero VTuber, and we have an anti-hero VTuber. What shall this mean? When you go to see a movie directed by Spielberg, you'll think of it as a Spielberg film. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Sounds like what Joker said, it takes one bad day. Even if none of his normal collaborators worked on it, I see. So it's like, the visual style is so distinct to that singular person, right? So I think that's really common in art, right? I think there's a lot of people who have, distinct styles where they stand out to the point that people can point to their style and sort of at a quick glance, right? If I think of digital art, if anyone knows the artist Loish, I think that Loish has a really, really distinct style. I think she's extremely well known, and a lot of people try to emulate her style. But if you try, then everyone says like, oh, it looks like Loish. The brand is always changing. Its basic nature is changeable and impermanent. But if a corporation fluxes too much and doesn't stick closely enough to audience expectations, they lose credibility. Too much, doesn't stick closely enough to audience expectation. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So a brand is always changing because the time is always changing. So everyone feels that they need to, you know, keep up with the times and everything. But if you go too far, then you lose your core audience, right? I think that a lot of content creators have that issue too. If they're known for one specific game, they feel like they can't really change from that specific game they're playing. Like Ninja playing Fortnite, right? He sort of felt like he had to always play Fortnite, and nothing else would work if he stopped playing Fortnite. Even though you can see the influence of the screenwriter or the producer, you can still identify the little qualities that are purely Spielberg. People have been debating the actual merits of altruism since it was first proposed. Interesting, interesting. More true of corporation. That's true because they probably have, like, investors that want to see regular changes, right? I know that we know of a lot of companies that they make strange changes that no one really is looking for, but they feel that they have to make changes to show that the company is growing. It's kind of that beat yesterday scenario, right? I agree with that. I understand how that ends up happening. I think for me, it's more of, I did a lot with a visual rebrand, and it, you know, that's where I've been the past year, is the whole, like, visual rebrand and vibes rebrand. And I think I'm definitely in a better place. I definitely feel more confident about going live and interacting with people, and I think that that's really helped. And now I'm just like, okay, now what is my thing, right? What is that key element that I'm missing? And I think that that's sort of the discovery side that I'm trying to figure out. What characterizes Spielberg that makes the film distinctly a Spielberg film? I think it's definitely hard to pinpoint those kind of things, but I would say that it's probably one of those things where the writing comes through in conjunction with other things, like mood, lighting, theme. It's a bunch of different things at once, right? This kind of goes back into, this is one of my favorite arguments as an artist, right? That you can't own an art style. It's kind of that same argument. I think that you can, because I think that enough elements make it yours. And I hear this all the time. I hear, oh, you can't copyright an art style. You can't copyright a pose. You can't do this. You can't do that. I hear the arguments. I get them. I understand where they come from. But I disagree with them personally. This is my personal opinion. I disagree with them. I think that it is absolutely something that you can, that you can sort of mark as yours with enough hard work. I think that if there's enough things, it's not just one thing, it's a lot of different things. It's a combination. That's the difference, right? It's a combination of things. If there's a combination of things that are all sort of marks of you, then I think that you can sort of say that this is yours. This is your style. This is your look. I think this is your design. I think that that is perfectly allowed, right? Your thing is being a wholesome, prismatic celestial fox. I think that's your personal brand. I'm glad that the prismatic fox part comes through. I try to be friendly here. We try to keep it nice and calm and pleasant. Pleasant, I guess, is a good word. But I think when it comes to things like, you know, design and style, I do think that you can have ownership of a certain look with enough things, right? I don't believe the whole, you know, this is my character because you stole my character. We have the same color hair. You know, we both have blue hair. We both have curtain bangs. We both have a dress design. We're both fox characters, right? I don't think that makes sense. But if there's somebody who has a design where it's like rainbow ears, white tips, a rainbow necklace, starry patterns with auroras and wings, and then it's like, okay, all right, now we're getting to the point where I think that I could say that it would be a copycat, right? I think that it's not a matter of any one thing. It's always a combination. It always has to be a combination. And I think that that is how people, you know, that's how legal battles work for this kind of thing, right? Vessa, hello, welcome in. No worries at all. No worries. That's how this kind of thing always works, is that it's always a multitude of elements. In Spielberg's case, a lot of the style comes down to pacing and use of frame and how he instructs the actors to perform. That makes sense. That makes sense. It was characteristic of you before you had a visual representation of yourself. I interacted with you prior to you having an avatar. That's true. That's true. I mean, it probably helped that I was in the furry fandom, right? So I did sort of always have, like, a vibe, I guess? And you know, I don't really change myself for my visual representation, if that makes sense. No matter how I look, I'm always trying to stay true to myself. I never feel like I'm playing anyone, if that makes sense. I know a lot of other VTubers, they really like that, but for me, I'm just trying to stay natural as much as I can, and then the visual can be wild. But yeah, I don't really try to, like, you know, play a personality or anything. 1K more to 9K? Oh no. I'm going to have to... I think I'm gonna have to end up doing Q-type related stuff when it comes to the stars, because now I'm getting really behind on my fellow founding streamer thing. Star hit the nail on the head as far as why auteur theory has critics. It's a lot harder to claim authorship over a massive collaborative effort like film. Ooh, that definitely makes sense. Yeah, if there's multiple people involved, that would absolutely make it harder. Without being told, I would not know that a film is a Spielberg film by those characteristics. It's probably something where, like, once you see it, and then you can't unsee it. That would be my guess, I think. Artists like her have much stronger claims when it comes to personal style. I see what you're saying, that when you include multiple people in the project, in the pipeline, that definitely muddies the issue, I guess is the best way to say it, right? I think that definitely muddies the issue. Mind Fox. Thank you for the 9,000. I'm going to be swamped in founding streamer art with you guys. Oh no, what am I gonna do here? Most likely, I'm going to end up delivering them after the holidays. If I'm being realistic, because you guys have gone crazy with the stars, and I'm really happy about it. And I don't know if you're just doing it for fun, or because of the campaign that I have running. But either way, I think I'm definitely going to sort of have to create a queue system. I'm doing it for fun? Alright, that's fair. I like how every time you create an event, it comes back to bite you. That's very true. That is very true. Why is that? Why is that? That every single time that I try to create an event, there's always a monkey's paw element to it, right? Why not both? Fair. Never underestimate the chat star. I need to learn that, don't I? I feel like it's not that I'm underestimating, it's that you continually surprise me. You continually surprise me. Every time I think I've got you stargazers figured out, you guys come up with something else. It's like that great saying, be careful what you wish for. As a wishcrafter, you think I would know that. As somebody who tries to grant wishes, you think that I would sort of be in line with all of that. And yet you continue to shock days in a maze. Oh, we hit 10K. Thank you, Vine Fox. Oni, hello. Welcome in. Beginner from today. Are you new to Iriam, Oni? Hello. The depths of my ability to be stupid are unfathomably deep. Stargazers are naturally chaotic. I blame the moon. Oh my gosh. That is really accurate. I'm new and I was just checking it out. Well, welcome to Iriam, Oni. Hello. It's lovely to see you here. My name is Starlight. I'm a prismatic kitsune. And right now, the chat is being a little bit chaotic. Just a tiny bit. But hello. Sounds poetic. I blame the moon. That's honestly so accurate, though. That makes so much sense. That's basically, that's canon. You guys are lunar rabbits, so it tracks, right? Oni, thank you so much for following. I really appreciate it. Let me see. If you're new to Iriam, what are your... Can I check these here? No, I can't check these. Why can't I check these? I need to learn how the Iriam UI works a little bit better still. Moonlight Madness takes us, especially when it's full. You run a drive to get donations for a drawing pad, the Stargazers went wild. I mean, yeah, that's true. That's so true. I'm extremely grateful for that, by the way. I'm extremely grateful. Do we get more spunky on the full moon and sleepy on the new moon? Probably. What about a strawberry moon? How do you guys act during a strawberry moon? Hello, hello. I'm sorry. I don't know how to address you if you are, if you're using an emoji. Is there a name that I can call you by? Do you get, strawberry moon? So there's like different types of harvest moons in a way. So there's like, there's a harvest moon, there's blood moon. Oh geez, how do you guys act during a blood moon? There's corn moon, blue moon, strawberry moon. What other types? There's a lot of different phases of moon. Orange moon looks nice. Alright, I'll say I. I guy? Is that like shy guy? Shy guy, but I guy? Blood moon. Are we gonna have to reset the day if that happens? Blood moon is the same answer. I mean, yeah, wait, is strawberry moon also blood moon? They are the same, right? Harvest moon? I'm not as well versed. I knew you'd say it. Of course I do, Vessa. Of course I would. Called the Hunter's Moon? Wait, how many names does it have? I'm just speaking for myself. Oh, okay, fair enough. Wait, what's the Hunter's Moon? Is that something different? Or is that the same? How many different types of moon phases there are? Names of all unique moon phases. Hunter's Moon is just a supermoon? No, I don't need the regular moon phases. I want the special names. Give me the special names. Special moon phases. Those are your basic ones. I want the special ones. Oh, there's a wolf moon. Okay. January's full moon is a wolf moon. Hunter's moon is just a supermoon. February's moon is the snow moon. Okay, that makes sense. That works. March is the... What? Is this one real? March is the worm moon. Is that real? The worm moon. The worms trail on newly thawed ground in March. Other names include the death moon, the crust moon, and the sap moon, after the tapping of maple trees. April is pink moon, which is different because June is strawberry moon. So May is flower moon. Do you know the moon is made of cheese? Convert to worm. No one really cares about the monthly moon names? I sure do. We're looking it up right now. We're gonna learn about the different types of moon. July is the buck moon, also known as the hay moon, for the hay harvest. How do I say your name? Vicare? Is that how I say it? Vicare? Vicare the hero, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. I want to make sure I'm saying your name correctly. Please let me know if I'm not. The Stargazer lore is about to get wild. Vicare, alright, awesome. Yeah, more heroes, what the heck? We have three heroes in chat, I think, at the moment. Are we getting the Justice League? Are we rounding up the Justice League here? That's so funny. Welcome in, Vicare. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Alright. August is the sturgeon moon, or the green corn moon, grain moon, and it does have a red moon as well. Interesting, interesting. September is full corn moon, October is the hunter's moon, November is the beaver moon, December is the cold moon, and every 2.5 years we have a blue moon. Interesting, interesting. The only villains today are me and Lillian. We aren't global enough to be the Justice League. Clearly we're the Titans. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'll take that, honestly. I don't know any superhero related stuff, but I love the original Teen Titans. The original animated Teen Titans. I never kept up with anything related to superhero stuff, but I've always loved Teen Titans. They're the Go version. No, Vessa! We don't talk about the Go version. No, I refuse. I refuse. We don't talk about the Go version. No, no, no. Just like we don't talk about Bruno. Don't you start, B Heroine. Heresy detected. No, no. Original Teen Titans is where it's at. Original Teen Titans. Who was for anyone who watched that, who was your favorite in the original animated series? Tuske. Absolutely. Raven. I mean, honestly, so fair. So fair. Cyborg, very good choice. Raven, hands down. Starfire was my crush. But Heroine, I can see that. I can see that. Your whole brand fits that. Right? You both have that sort of, like, superhero from outer space thing going on, so that tracks. Honestly, I wanted to be Raven. I wish I could be Raven, but I don't have the personality of Raven. And I'm not vegetarian, so I don't really fit Beast Boy, but I think Beast Boy and Raven were my favorites, I would say. Do I know magic? Indeed. Lots. Zephyra, hello! Nice to see you! Welcome in, how are you doing? Raven's such a relatable gal. I know I'm not Raven, but I admire her. Zephyra, hello! Magic right now? Right now? Do you want to see me perform magic right now? I admit I think Ramen had the strongest solo episodes. Oh, for sure, yeah. Heft and story-wise, absolutely. Luctera, hello! Welcome in, and welcome to Iriam. Good morning. Howdy, hello! How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Alright, am I gonna perform a magic trick here? As a kitsune, I do have a fox form. So I can transform back into my fox form. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah! Ah! Oh, that's not fair! That's not fair! That's not fair! That's not fair! Ah! Yikes! Ah! Pwah! Okay, you got me. Thank you, Dual Thrones. Thank you for the headbats. I appreciate it. Wow, okay. Okay, you got me. You got me. You had a magic trick of your own, I see. Thank you, Lillian, for the party poppers. Oh my gosh. I think we have a recording of that. Thank you for the close stick, be heroine. Ah! I've never heard you laugh like that. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. Oh my gosh, okay. Get the last bit of soot out of my face here. If anyone wrote anything in chat, I missed it completely. Wow. That was good. I have to give props to you, I have to give props. I as the Thunderbird in disguise wouldn't shock me. That was good. That was well done. Ay, ay, ay. Oof. Alright. Definitely gonna have to get a clip of that later. It would shock you. I see what you did. I see what you did. Oh my gosh. Alright. What were we talking about again? Tay-chama, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, hello. What were we talking about? I've completely lost track. Titans? Yes, okay. Thank you. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I am, bleh. Steven Spielberg and Moon's also true, yes. Okay. Yeah, Teen Titans, man, I kind of want to rewatch it again. It's been so long since I've seen it. But yeah, I think most people in the chat said that they like Raven, and that's definitely relatable. That's definitely relatable. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Because we got over 10k stars, we have to decide which is the next Iriam founding streamer that we're going to be drawing. Let me grab our list here. We're going to vote and decide on the next Iriam founding streamer. So I think, and I have a queue now, so please, what? Can't type? Okay. Can't type. Can't type? Lovely. Lovely. Why can't we type? Let's try that again. There we go. Okay. So I've drawn Tantan. And Altaloon is next. And I turned it off and on again. Basically, yes. I vote for Starlight. No. That's I'm already on the list because of because of the 50k. What was their actual name? I feel bad if I forget now. Was it Jake? I want to say Jake, but I don't want to be wrong. Oy! I did draw the Dazzling Ninja, yeah. I still have to finish it, though. And then Ayana, and then myself, apparently. So this is definitely going to be a queue over the winter week. I keep wanting to say winter holiday, but I don't actually have a winter holiday. So, I gotta draw myself at some point. Jake or Jacob, I forgot. Okay. In that case, it probably was Jake, because I remember it being 4 letters. But yes, we did draw Altaloon. I do need to clean that up. Be Heroine. Now to Christmas, I'm 100% prioritizing your work. So this is all things that I am going to be doing after Christmas. So we've got Altaloon, Ayana, Tantan, and at some point myself, I guess. What other founding streamer do we want to draw? Who else can we draw? Who else would you like me to draw? Make me cute and commission work. I have your line art. I have your line art completed. So you'll be able to see later in a bit I have 2 summer arts, 1 Halloween theme art, now getting winter theme. I wonder what spring would look like. Niaru? Oh, that's a good one. Have we selected Cheery Ninja Gal yet? Yes. Altaloon is who I was drawing last stream, Dual Thrones. So the chibi, I don't know if you, I think you were there, right? The chibi that we were drawing was of Altaloon, the cheery ninja. Niaru's good. What do you guys think? Do we think that we should draw Niaru, or is there anyone else that you would like to throw into the ring for drawing? Remember, this is a group vote, so everyone in chat is allowed to add their names. Ophelia? Hello, Frank. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Alright, so we've got Niaru and Ophelia. Those are our 2 contenders at the moment. Any others? I'd be happy with either of those. I think they both have really cool designs. I didn't see a stream with Altaloon. The last one I saw was a streamer I'd never heard of. Oh, that was the... You might have last seen the one with Tantan then. Sorry to put on the spot. Is it okay if I add you in a tier list? It will be, what if VTubers are Star Rail characters? Sure, be heroine, that's totally fine. I think that there's a, Frank, thank you for the head pats, I appreciate it. I think there's a Fox clan in Star Rail, right? So, yeah, go right ahead, that's fine. Tantan is the first person that we drew, and I have that fully finished. And then the next one that I have in its sketch form is Altaloon. And then I still have to draw Ayana. And then we are picking the next person. Let me, maybe, so right now we're between Niaru and Ophelia. So you guys can cast if you want to add to one of those votes, or if you want to add another person. I had a dream a while back. There was a game like Zenless Zone Zero, but it starred VTubers. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds really cool. You know, it would be really awesome if at some point VTubers do get like a 3D open world game. That would be amazing. You know, now that I'm mentioning Tantan, I think I just realized that I haven't been posting artwork in my Discord server, have I? I need to get back to organizing the server and the art and the showcases. After Christmas, I want to go back to putting my art to making showcases. Just like TOTK. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Can I suggest Lady Hadra? Yeah. Any of these are fine, but one of them has to get 2 votes. One of them has to get 2 votes, because this is based on voting from you guys. I know what happened. It was my only sight day of the month. I didn't get to see the stream. Oh, okay. No worries, Dual Thrones. Yeah, Altaloon is the next person. I don't think I'm going to be able to continue these, like I said, until after the commission work. But then I want to get back to doing it. I'd love it. I would see you as a magic user. Maybe a special move being like a rainbow from a canvas or a sketchbook. Yeah, that's actually pretty accurate. You know, it's funny you say that because there was somebody who wanted to do like a game featuring VTubers, and you could sort of like throw in what your abilities would be, so to speak. And I wrote down that I think if we had like, you know, 3 attacks, right? Like your basic, your secondary, and then your ultimate. So I think for me it would be it would probably be like my spell cards would be like a basic thing, because that's more like basic elements, right? And then a secondary attack, I would probably have something related to the Aurora. So maybe like a healing or a some sort of stat buff. And then ultimate would definitely be related to a rainbow. What element did I pick? I picked light, because I feel like that works. I feel like that works with my name. I feel like that probably works with my theme. And prismatic being, you know, light refracting rainbow. I have no idea who any of the suggestions are. I vote for Ophelia as a blind pick because I like the name. That's fair, that's fair. Makes sense to me. I actually would not mind drawing Ophelia. We could draw Ophelia. Would you guys be alright with that? Makes sense. Yeah, I think it's really cool to see, like, you know, if you did have a superpower, what you, or not a superpower, but like a move in a game. What would it be for you guys? What would your move in a game be? Yes, yes. Your idea would fit right into the Dynasty Warriors universe. Oh, that would be fun. Ophelia flipped my coins? What do you mean by that? Flipped your coins? Vine Fox, can you elaborate? That sounds like something in the Pokemon TCG Pocket. But I'm sure you're not talking about that. We could definitely draw Ophelia though. She's cool. We share the same music taste. Ophelia rigged it. We actually share the same music taste. I don't know tubers. I left it chance to coin flips. Oh, okay, fair enough. Artcore? No, not Artcore actually. Celtic fantasy and medieval music. I was mentioning like, oh, do you know this artist and this artist? Because they mentioned Celtic fantasy, and they're like, yeah, and this artist and this artist. And I'm like, nobody knows these people. Oh my gosh. I was really happy to find somebody who knew who these musicians were, because they're really, really niche, right? It's like Celtic fantasy and like pagan type music. I know precisely what Honkai's Star Rail character you'd be like. Robin. She's a purely sport character based around being a songstress. Interesting. Wait, is Robin the one that kind of has my color scheme? Those games are such a fun time. I haven't really scratched the surface. I have dumped endless hours into One Piece. Which FS like Synthwave and Vaporwave? I'm not entirely sure, but Celeste is a DJ that kind of has a bit of a Vaporwave aesthetic. I feel like Celeste is probably closest from what I know, but that's on a really surface level. I'm not really sure. I know they do a lot of like racing games, and there's a lot of neon lights. I know they have like big city neon lights vibes. So I think Celeste probably fits that the best. I'd also fit right into Dislight. Wait, that sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. Let me look that up real quick. What is Dislight? Why does it sound so familiar? Dislight. I crave more Celtic music artists. Tell me more, but in Discord so we can all benefit. All right, you know what? I'm gonna use that as a promo. If you want to join the Discord, if you go to my Twitch, not Twitch, well, technically Twitch, any of these. If you go to my Twitter, on my profile, there is a link to the Discord. On Iriam, you can get directly to my Twitter account. And the website link should be my Discord link. Our main themes in the Discord is sort of like updates when I'm going live. Artwork, if you do art yourself, I'd love to see your work. And also, like, you know, music sharing for Celtic stuff, absolutely. The tier list I'm thinking is, what if, say, Starlight is a Star Rail character, what the skill, path, and other things would be. Interesting, interesting. I'd be curious to see what happens. It could be from the Markiplier collab campaign they did a while back. There are ads all over YouTube. Okay, that would make sense. I recognize the Anubis-looking character here. I'm looking at the designs, and I'm seeing one that looks like Anubis, and that looks familiar. Robin has your aesthetic. That sounds cool, though. Would I fit? I guess I might. It's kind of all over the place. I'm not really sure what I would pin this aesthetic as. It's a little bit of everything, isn't it? The game also has my favorite Cupid design. Is the... Nope, that's... I don't think that's Cupid. That's a princess. Let me see what the Cupid design looks like. Is it Eros? That is a cute design. That is really cute looking. It kind of reminds me of, Sistry Faust. Another founding streamer here. The character design is really good, but I never played it much. It definitely is really, yeah, it's a really nice art style, I think. My characteristic move from something like HSR would be Dear Grid Coordinate. I don't know anything about Honkai Star Rail, guys. I do apologize if you make any references and I don't know the references. I don't know everything about Honkai Star Rail. Or anything, really. I should say anything. I don't know anything about Honkai Star Rail other than I really like the art style. I really like Hoyoverse's art style. I'm sad that people sort of feel like it's getting, what's the word? It's getting a little bit oversaturated. I'm sad that people think that because Hoyoverse is so big, that the 3D anime style is getting too oversaturated, because I actually really like it and I want to see more things with it. But Hoyoverse has sort of, taken the monopoly of it, right? Now people are already tired of it. But I want to see more games in that 3D anime style. Only Nikki and TOTK, yeah, that's my only knowledge. My favorite was Zenless Zone Zero, but it's because over-the-top animation. Oh, that's fair. I don't know the character name, but the wolf one that everyone was freaking out over, the wolf character animations, really, really well done. Especially because they actually spent a lot of time, like, figuring out digitigrade movement, right? Anyone who knows Anthro characters knows that that's really hard to achieve. That's when you have, like, the dog-shaped legs that sort of have the different bone structure, and most people don't pay attention to that kind of thing. So huge props to them for that, honestly. It's okay, Space Train gets heroes and goes zoom through space. Blah, 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 blah. Well, you're a new hero who's chosen to be the hero, but was never destined to be one. Interesting, interesting. Tantan, hello! Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in! Hello, hello, Tantan, how are you doing today? Lovely to see you here. So good, I really thought the designs were good and the animations were good. Usually with Anthro, they make them plantigrade. Yeah, exactly, right? Doing good, I'm on lunch. I really appreciate you stopping in, thank you. It's an internet joke in the D&D space. The joke is that a bullet... Tantan, thank you for the heart, I appreciate it. A bullet is addressed to a person, a fireball to whom it may concern. And the artillery is Dear Grid Coordinate. I see, I see. Tantan, thank you for the heart, I appreciate it. It's really nice to see you here today. I love how ZZZ puts so much effort into the voice acting. So many games like this kind of put that to the side. True, true. Giving Anthro characters human shoes too. So sad, I love the shoes that work around the paws. I do too, oh my gosh. There's this one Anthro artist who does a really, really great job of designing, like, Anthro-based sneakers, and it usually has, it's kind of like a sneaker and a sandal combo, and it usually has an open, toe for the paw beans, right? And then it has, like, a special designed heel to work with that digigrade shape. It's really unique how they do that. I've seen the artist you're talking about actually too. It's cool. Yeah, it's really awesome. It's even, there's one other artist that does it for fursuits, but it's like, I always want to be careful when I start getting into the furry talk. I know a lot of people like freak out with the furry thing, but there's some artists that do like semi-realism or realism, and it's really, really fine art. You know, there's so much quality and so much craft in it. And they will build very realistic shoes, sneakers, sandals for the suit, and they go with a digitigrade leg, but it's slimmed down to be very, very close to that kind of style that you do see in Zenless Zone Zero. That's cool. A lot of artists have what I consider Sonic shoes, which I totally understand. Yeah, for sure. I won't judge, some of my best friends are furries. Also, I'm weirder than most furries. That's fair, that's fair. Hands, feet, and booba are some of the hardest things to draw. True, true. Yeah, honestly, you know what? It's funny. I don't I think I'm okay with hands if I have a reference. And when it comes to drawing footwear, I think that is actually harder for me than drawing barefoot, because barefoot is kind of more structured like how you're drawing a hand, right? But footwear gets really confusing for me because of the awkward shape of the shoe soles and the angles that everything is at, right? Like, I'm looking at this piece that I did for for B Heroine, and I had to draw Vessa's shoes, and I was drawing them at a really tight angle, and it's tricky. Sammy, hello, welcome in. How are you doing today? I'm sorry to ruin the positive mood. Serious talk. How difficult is it to make something simple as putting a Santa hat on a kitchen emoji? Kitten emoji. Oh, I know exactly what you're referring to, B Heroine, and did you see Alara's stream yesterday talking to the Twitch CEO? Because it's interesting, right? I'm good, and you? I'm doing good, Sammy. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. I had to cheat and use a method of drawing a heart, but it still doesn't look quite right. It works, though. No, honestly, use any cheat that you have to when it comes to drawing, because one that I saw that's worked really well for sneakers that is really, really OP is to... Oh, man, I'll show this in Discord if someone reminds me. Is to be able to draw a duckbill, and it helps you form the shape of the shoe. I believe in any kind of cheat shape that you need, because that's all it is at the end, right? It's just shape language. So yeah, no harm at all. Go ahead and use those cheat shapes. So, okay, going back to the kitten with a Santa hat. So, Ilara, a very large indie VTuber, has spoken on this. So, for those of you who don't know, back context, is Twitch was doing something called, I don't know what it was called, but for the holiday, they were doing, like, Christmas, holiday emotes, winter holiday emotes, right? And one of the holiday emotes that they put out was a cat, in a Santa hat, and it had its mouth open. It looked like it was screaming or something. And they were like, oh, you can use this for the holiday season. We want to be festive and, you know, have fun with this. And it was AI art. And immediately they got a ton of backlash on it. And they were saying, like, oh my gosh, how could you? You have all these artists on your platform. How dare you? You clearly hate all artists. You're not supporting any artists. Take this down right now. You have no idea what you're doing. Blah, 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 blah. So there is a larger indie VTuber whose name is Ilara, and she was able to actually get in contact with Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch. And she asked about it. She said, what happened here? Why did you get all of these... Why did you end up using AI art? You know that you have an entire section on Twitch for art. You know that there's a lot of artists that would have loved to do work for you. And I think Pirate Software also spoke on it. He's like, there's so many artists on Twitch. Why would you use AI art? This is terrible. Like, bad on you, Twitch. And the CEO said, I completely understand why you're upset. We hired an artist who said that they used Photoshop. And that immediately checks out, because if you can't discern AI art from real art, like if you're just not paying attention to the art scene, you don't know what it is, then it's really hard for you to see what the difference is between AI and human-made. And as AI evolves, it gets harder and harder. So it's understandable that someone who's not in the art scene might not understand that. But they were told that the art was made with Photoshop. Now, the interesting thing with that is that if you use the newest version of Photoshop, I don't use Photoshop, I use Clip Studio Paint. If you use Photoshop, they now have tons and tons and tons of tools that are AI generated. I think it's called Firefly. I think that's their AI generated art tool. And it's crazy. A lot of artists are dropping off from Photoshop and saying you clearly don't care about artists anymore because this used to be the main program. This is the industry standard. We use this in all the studios and all the companies. And Adobe is kind of going into this direction of anyone can be an artist. All you have to do is be really imaginative in the words you type in, and then you can edit out the background and make it look like you're skiing on a volcano, and isn't that amazing? And it's like, it's not really the art tool that it used to be. But nevertheless, they now have something called Firefly. So there's a lot of people now who generate AI art, and if someone's like, "Oh, did you make that?" "Oh, yes, I made it in Photoshop." And they're technically they're not lying. Vine Fox, thank you so much for the 20,000th star. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Ophelia's work is going to be in color. It's funny. I set out this goal. I was like, oh, 10K with the line art and blah blah blah, and 20K and we'll color it. And every single one of these so far, we've ended up doing in color. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Still just pushing a button for art is still not right. I agree. I completely agree. As an artist, I agree with you. I don't like AI art. But, they might have thought it was photo bashed or human made. Absolutely. And sometimes the photo bashing can look like AI, and then the person with the photo bash gets in trouble. It's a whole thing. A lot of legitimate artists are getting in trouble now when they shouldn't. Twitch emote artist is such a big art commission type too. It really is. Call of Duty also got caught using AI for one of the zombie pictures, which is crazy. Really? Call of Duty? I thought they were really big on their art team. But yeah, so B Heroine was saying, how hard is it to draw a cat in a Santa hat? So the thing is, like, there's hundreds and hundreds of emote artists, and then immediately after this thing came out, hundreds of emote artists said, here's my version, use my version, it's not AI, it's real art, it's better, and I agree, it's better. But I understand as well how the CEO of Twitch, who couldn't care less about the art area, is just like, yeah, we want something cute and fun and easy, hired someone who said that they were an artist. I've seen this happen. And then they're like, yeah, I'm an artist, I use Photoshop. And then it's like, I didn't know that I commissioned AI, you know? So, on the one hand, I kind of understand how this happened. And I do think that, people need to be more educated and aware on how to spot AI. But I don't think this is like a Twitch was lazy and they directly went to using AI, right? I think it was absence of malice. He just exists. I don't think he knows much about anything on the platform. That's fair, that's fair. It's a mistake if you're not involved much. It's easier to make mistakes if you're not paying attention, yeah. AI has made vetting content an even bigger headache. Absolutely. Yeah, so, like, I really hope it's absence of malice, right? Yeah, I agree, Tantan. I sure hope so. I think everyone should be educated. No, unfortunately, not everyone can in reality. Yeah. I don't agree with demonizing if it's used to say as a placeholder. I can't think of any examples, but I feel like I've heard a few stories from indie artists and devs. I know a lot of people use it as, like, placeholders for D&D games and everything, and I don't demonize the person using it because I understand the appeal of it being like, I just need something quick and easy, and I don't really care about this thing too much. I'm not putting my personal brand or my investment or my all into it. Where I get really upset is, like, when people try using it as, like, for VTubing, right? And then maybe they end up getting, like, they end up getting really big, and then they get fan art of this design, and then they keep going with this design, and it's like, originally the design was AI, and then it's like, I don't know. It has such a gray area. I think if it's, something quick and temporary, I'm never going to use it, but I'm not gonna hate you if you do. But if you end up being really, really popular from it, then I think I would adjust things, I would adjust things. Have I heard of AI rigging? I know that Live 2D themselves sort of has a AI-like tool to assist riggers, right? To do a lot of the tedious work. But just straight up rigging through AI, that's really terrifying to me. Using it in a D&D game is no different than using an anime pic as your character portrait in a forum RP. Yeah. Which, by the way, can we stop using existing VTubers as forum RP profile pictures? Hey, thanks. A lot of people assume that if you use AI for anything, people will immediately judge you for saying you're not supporting the artist. Yeah, true. If there were more monitoring, which unfortunately I doubt is possible in hindsight, it could be a great tool for reference. You know, that's the thing. I can't deny. Princess Nightmare, hello, welcome in, welcome in. I just started using ChatGPT to come up with video titles. Not gonna hate you for it. Personally, I'm not gonna do it. I don't, as an artist, I just don't want to touch it, you know? Personal use versus professional use, yeah. So, the only use of AI, quote unquote, that I've ever had is AI is really good at rendering, right? We all know that AI is really good at rendering. If something's already been generated, if it's already out there, if it's already used all the gallons of water, if it's already used all the energy that it takes, and it's on something like Pinterest, and the rendering is really good, then I might try to study some of the rendering. I've done that a few times where it's like, the lighting and the shading are well done, and I can't deny that, because obviously it's taken from a really talented artist who's really good at lighting and shading. And that, you know, that artist might not have drawn that exact thing that the AI ended up doing. So let's say, like, if I'm doing a prop or something, how many VTuber props have been done with AI, right? And then there's some times where it's like, okay, this was rendered technically well, and I can learn from this to make my own original art better, right? And it's already been generated. I'm not ever going to be, you know, on the site generating it. It's already got the energy used up. It's already, the damage has already been done, and it's already there. So I might as well try to use the visual that I'm seeing to upgrade my own work to be able to compete with it better, right? I think that makes sense. I think that being able to better compete with it by sort of using its own technique against it makes sense. Also, Dominic, hello. I'm sorry, I'm not talking on YouTube at the moment. I am on Iriam, which is a platform that you can download with the QR code on the overlay there. But hello. I will probably be moving to YouTube and Twitch fully shortly, actually. We have been talking here a while. But yeah, I think that's sort of my main use case, is like, I am trying to learn the rendering technique so that I can be better. So that I can better compete with it. The AI I do in fact use are chats and roleplay, which gets creative juices flowing and has shown me how to not be so repetitive when I get back into writing. If it's a learning tool, I can understand it as a learning tool. You want to laugh? Self-search in ChatGPT, it thinks I'm a video game boss. I mean, you would make a good video game boss. I want to stream on Twitch and YouTube again. Hopefully I get a bit more better tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully. Traitor Melon, hello. Welcome in. I want to write fanfic. I'm so nervous about my writing. That's true. Sorry. That's fair. That's fair to be nervous about your writing. I think it's one of those things where it really comes with practice, right? If you're trying to do something like fanfic writing, I think that, doing shorter stories, right, definitely helps. You can do more in shorter time, and it's one of those things where you I mean, I'm not a writer. I have friends who could better advise you on the writing side of things. But I see it in the same way as art, right? If you're trying to learn something new, you have to do small projects, lots of little small projects. Sometimes it's hard to self-analyze when we do really large projects, so like, you know, really large stories, multiple pages. So I think that being able to do, like, short stories, what do they call them? One-offs? One-shots? If you do one-shots and small things, I think it helps you self-analyze better and is an easier way to be able to increase and improve. Quietly pins the comment. That's true person I never met, kind of made me chuckle. Greatly appreciate the advice, very helpful. I'm glad to hear. Yeah, I didn't mean that it's like, it's true that you're nervous. I meant it's understandable that you're nervous. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's understandable to be nervous about something that we might not feel as confident about, which is why I think small projects really help. A lot of times I do this with my art, less so when I'm in a commission grind, but more so when I'm doing self-study. It's actually one of the reasons I do a lot of art streaming. I do what are called, I haven't done this in a while, but I need to, because actually my most popular VOD on YouTube is this. I like to do something called a master study, and admittedly, I can't really give a good parallel for that with writing. But a master study in art is when you take a really well-known art piece from a really well-known artist, really good artist, and you do a copy of it. And you are copying, but you're openly saying that you're copying, and you're giving credit to the work and showing the original and saying where you got it, etc., etc. It comes from when art students would be drawing at museums, right? They would do a lot of museum drawings of famous paintings. They would take, pencils or charcoals in their sketchbooks, and they would try to study the techniques that the old masters used. That's why it's called a master study. So I actually do a lot of master studies with more modern, well-known artists, particularly anime-style artists, and I actually learn a lot from those master studies. But for me, those are quick, short projects, generally in the length of time of, like, 1 or 2 streams, and it teaches me a bit about the rendering technique, which is kind of what I was saying with the AI, except it's much better to do master study of a real artist. Do you try to make the art look the same, or do they want a new spin on the study? I always try to make it look the same. The purpose of the master study is to actually make it look like a replica. You are trying to get as close as you can, because you are studying the art style of the person. You're studying the rendering techniques. I have an idea for a big future story I want to try writing, but it's way far away. I want to write a big anime crossover story inspired by Fusion Fall or Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Oh man, that sounds like an undertaking for sure. That sounds really cool though. Also, hello Krim, welcome in, welcome in. That does sound like a really cool project, even if it is long term. Alright, need to take a bit of water break here. Oh yeah. But I do think that sounds really cool. Oh, alright. So we've been going for about like an hour and a half at this point. So what I think we're going to do is we are probably going to jump off of Iriam at this point, because we've been going for a bit of time, right? If you want to, I am going to be on Twitch and YouTube next. So I'm actually currently on Twitch and YouTube. We're going to take a little bit of a 3-5 minute break or so, just for me to switch things around. And then I'm going to be doing a co-working stream. So if you're new to co-working streams, it's going to be a lot more chill and relaxed. So I will be doing a Pomodoro type work. I'll be working for 20 or so minutes with instrumental, and then maybe 5 minutes of chatting or so, and then another 20 minutes. And if you have any work that you need to get done, you can join us and you can see the commission that I'm currently working on. So I hope to see you there. Again, my Twitch and YouTube can be found right in my profile here on Iriam. If you want to follow me on Iriam as well, I really appreciate it. But if you check my profile, there's direct links to Twitch and YouTube. If you want to subscribe or follow, I would really appreciate it. And I will jump into a co-working stream so that we can get this Christmas piece done. And thank you so much, Stargazers. I really appreciate your time here. I always love talking to you guys. Thank you so much wherever you are right now. I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. Alright, thank you so much. We are going to go to a... Where do we have things? Boom, hello, are we still live? Hope everyone was able to get, a little bit of a break, a little bit of a bathroom break or something. I probably should have done that, actually. I just wanted to jump straight over here. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Let me make sure that I've got my little timer on here. There we go. And let me put it over here. I think that makes more sense. Or we'll see, maybe... Yeah, that should be good. Get a little bit of a... Where is it here? Here? There we go. We're gonna set this to, I think 20 minutes would be good. And let me do a little bit of a quick shout out here. Hang on one sec. I'm still sort of like figuring things out right now. Say transition to co-working stream. And we'll grab these over here. There we go. And let's see here. Boom. See if that works. Alright. Sounds good here. Okie doke. Let's hit the timer here. So as you can see, I've got pretty much all of the line art done for this piece, and I'm probably going to be spending some time blocking in and coloring, and I just need to do a little bit more in detail. You know what? I might start with blocking in Seahero's piece, because it has a pattern that I need to reference. Or Seahero's section on the piece, I should say. And then I think I'm going to try blocking in the background, and then we will do more detail on the characters. And if you want me to zoom in on any of the characters at any point, then just let me know. Alright. Alrighty. Didn't get too much done in that point, but let's see here. I just want to sort of clean up these strands a little bit. I tried doing it using a basic brush, but the outline brush, but it came out a little bit dirty, so I'm trying to sort of clean it up a little. Let's see. Just want to clean the design a bit. How's everyone doing? Is anyone working on their own projects or just sort of chilling out and using this as like a radio? I don't mind either way. I'm doing my dumb day job and I'm getting burnt out on it. I'm sorry. At least I'm hoping that this can at least give you like a little bit of a change of pace. Like, you know, if we're taking a break, then hopefully you can take a break and we can sort of like try to line up our breaks in a way, maybe. I don't know. Chillin'. There's no breaks, there's only suffering. I'm sorry. Cutting bolts. What are you cutting the bolts for? Is that, mechanic work? Alright, I'm not gonna be super crazed on cleaning this. I just want to get the tips to look a tiny bit nicer. So I'm just getting to the ends of the tips. Because for some reason, whenever I use this tool, it gets like a little bit of a bubble at the end and it just doesn't look great. And I know that no one's gonna be able to see this, but you know, just humor me. This is for my own peace of mind, I suppose. Alright, that's good enough, and I just want to do it here. They just don't look great, you know? Scarf for all the layers. Imagine if this was like, one layer per little scarf, and that would be scary. Mechanic work or something regarding displaying insects? Of all the things. Alright. Mechanic work? Trying to remove some nonsense attached to my fan's fame by a previous owner. Oh no. I feel like that's what you were mentioning before in a previous stream that you were doing. Maybe I'm wrong. But is this still the same work? I could be right or wrong. I don't have the greatest memory. I'm just kind of guessing a little bit here. Since Lillian has mechanic powers, I need updated cool robo body with more gun. I don't think you need more gun. I think you have enough gun. You're right, I should have more knives and swords to balance it out better. There you go. Yeah, more swords. You need more swords. That was the brake CM vehicle, though. Oh, okay, okay, I see. So it's a lot of touch-ups and stuff. Fixes and touch-ups. What do they call it? Glow-ups? Car glow-up? Neo, hello, hello! Thank you so much for the raid! Hello, welcome in, raiders! My name is Starlight. I am a prismatic kitsune and primarily a artist, and I'm trying to experiment with doing games on stream sometime, but today we are mainly doing commission art. How is everybody doing? This is, let me get this all figured out here. This is the piece so far with all the crazy line art. Where's my sketch layer? You know what? It's fine. This is what it's going to end up looking like eventually. How are you doing? Fish raid. Fish raid, what were you guys doing? What were you up to? How was stream? Hello, hello, Neo. It is good to see you. It's good to see you. Do what you need to do, you know, take a break, get a snack. Fish braining. I'm not sure if I had a chance to raid you before, so I'm glad I could catch you. Thank you, Neo. I really appreciate it. This is actually more on like a chill stream today, actually. But you caught me when I was not having the timer go, so good, good. But hello, hello, welcome in, raiders. It's nice to see you. A chill stream without chaos. I mean, I don't know. You being here does make it a bit tricky. Is such a thing possible? It depends. It depends. Neo, look, I'm helping pull the sleigh. Let me zoom in on that here. Let me get rid of the color here. This I still have to fix the reins a little bit. But Vesa and Thorn are pulling the sleigh. and Gura is Santa and Crony is an elf. Here, Vesa, you were asking about the line art earlier. How does that look? Did I portray you as intended? How did they catch you? Well, Thorn dropped Vesa on Gura, and then Yago got upset, and then said that this would be their punishment. I love the jingle bells on the shoes. Thank you! I thought it was fitting! I thought it was fitting. I thought it would... yeah. I thought it would make sense. Fart pathing Sochi flows. Thank you so much for following. Thank you, thank you. They look so nice. Thank you. I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun with it. But yeah, basically, so if you don't know, I did a previous summer piece, and for raiders just coming in, let me make this clearer here. This is Vesa in chat right now, and this is our friend Thornscale, and then Gura and Crony from Hololive are up there. And in the summer piece, Thornscale was in their really, really big dragon form. They have a big dragon form and they have a little dragon form. And in the big dragon form, they had accidentally dropped Vesa into the water, and Gura was in the water. So Vesa hit Gura, and then Gura was all upset about it. So then Yago said that Vesa and Thorn could pull the sleigh. In the winter piece, so it all kind of goes together. It's like a triptych. Thank you so much, Zoshi Flows. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So, yeah, that is sort of where we are at right now. So, the piece is... If I can get the... This is sort of the sketch layout. It's gonna be like this big Christmas arrangement, and then Sierra is trying to have the tree lights set up, but then Vesa ends up tripping over them. And like I was showing before, it's gonna be like a nighttime scene with a bunch of really nice, like glowing, warm, festive feeling lights. Snow Mouse, yeah, we have a Booby and Iron Mouse in the corner there, or Snow Mouse. I thought it would be fun. There's a lot of little Easter eggs and things, especially with a lot of members from Hololive. So if you look at the tree, there's some large indies and some members of Hololive, and the tree has a lot of Easter eggs in it. Alright, and then, what else we got? We have Doki Bird doing, Shikanokonoko as well. And I'm happy with that one. I think that one's fun. Alright, what was I working on before? I was fixing the tassels. Okay, fixing the tassels on the scarf, making sure those look good. And thank you, Vesa, for the Discord link. I appreciate it. If you're an artist, as well, then feel free to join the Discord. We would love to have you. There's different sections where you can post your work as well. Let me just fix the little bits here. Or if you're not an artist, yeah, that's true. You know, I feel like I need to do more for people who are not artists, but I don't exactly know how to fill the Discord well. So if you guys have ideas, then, you know, feel free to let me know. I do know that we do have a lot of non-artists, actually probably majority non-artists. So I need to sort of step out of my own things and figure out what would make people happy, what they would want to see in the Discord. That goes back to what I was saying on Iriam. I'm just trying to figure out a lot of things right now. But in figuring out those things, it means that you guys get to have a lot of input. So hopefully we work and refine and make things fun. Star Gamer Clips channel. I mean, there is a clip channel. You've already posted in it. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think is like when you are in a Discord? What is the kind of thing that you like? I like trying to have content discussions where I can, but it's interesting, right? I was on Iriam earlier, and a lot of times I sort of default to talking about content creation, but a lot of other people on Iriam or watching the stream or whatever, they don't really care as much about content creation. Like, it's not as much of what they're there for. I'm not VTuber Senpai, you know? So, sometimes it's sort of hard for me to figure out what works best, and I think it's something that I'm still discovering it. And that's why I'm trying to learn to play games as well. Here's the thing. Curious what people think about this. I really wanted to try starting to play Hamtaro, but because of the winter season, I know that a lot of people are really, really busy. And Hamtaro's a game that I'm really excited for and had been like wanting to play for a while. So I'm wondering if you guys think it might be better to do after the holidays and sort of put it on hold for a bit. Just because I know a lot of people are really busy with holiday things and can't really attend a lot of streams lately. So I'm thinking I might postpone the Hamtaro. Just because I want to be able to have as many people there as want to be there and not be stressed out if the holidays are, you know, taking up a lot of your time, understandably. It's difficult making small talk with no overarching theme. It really is, honestly. Ham's made out of ham. No! No! No, innocent hamsters. No hams made of ham. That doesn't sound good. Seems reasonable? Alright. I know a ton of people are busy, so I want to try to... appeal to that. And I know that there's, like, a lot of other people doing a lot of other crazy events as well. So... yeah, can't fit everything in, right? I'm really hoping that this time next year we'll be doing a lot of event-related things. I like this season, I really do. But I haven't really had time to plan much. As much as, like, you know, parties and things that other people do. So, this time next year, it would be really cool if we had, like, winter holiday party. I think that would be really fun. We need more skill points in yapping. True, honestly. I'm not good at it. If people don't like to talk about content, I get thrown off on what to say. I'm still trying to figure out, like, what works best on Iriam for me. Because, Neo, Iriam is all yapping. It's only yapping. So it's giving me practice, that's for sure. It's giving me a lot of practice. It is kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie. It is a little scary. I'm trying. And I also had, like, the worst debut on Iriam ever. So I'm trying to bounce back. And I am working to figure out where I fit in the grand VTuber world. When are we getting Starlight and Neosura Silly Doodle collab? That would be really fun, honestly. Neo, I would be up for that at some point next year, if you want to do a doodle collab. That'd be really fun. I say as someone who's never done collabs before. I say as someone who's literally never done a single collab. I actually have no idea how collabs work. But I'd be up for it. I did one, so I'm not really better. I mean, I guess it kind of counts. I did, like, a podcast one at one point. Interviewee type thing. That was a long time ago. Yay, I set up a playdate. At least you do fit in the grand VTuber world. I'm just the weirdo in the shady corner. Aiden, you are doing a ton of cool things with cool people, and they might not be like the stereotypical VTuber, but I think from what I can tell, it's a really strong community. I'm supposed to be adding the color back in. And I know I haven't really, I didn't go back and hit the timer, because I'm wondering if I can learn to work while chat. Can I potentially learn to do calm work streams? Is this a thing? Also, pup date. Yes, tell me pup date. Saris is incredibly chunky. Less than a week. Oh my gosh. All the best to Saris. All the best. That's really exciting. Neo's cool. Seems like she'd be able to behave well. I think you guys would do good together. I think it'd be fun, yeah. With Rayless. Yeah, I did. Well, now that I think about it, I did one with Rayless and I did one with KZ, but that was more like a... that was kind of their own theme. You can see your babies on the x-ray. They're turning ready to be born. They're kicking, which means she's super fed. I'm ready to be over it all. Grentil, how are you doing? I thought I said hello to you earlier. Did I not? I apologize if I didn't. How are you doing, though? Hi, 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 hi. Hello, 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 hello. If you did, I missed it. I don't know. I'm losing my brain. Grendel, I literally just came from an Iriam stream. My head is like half aware of what's going on. I went directly from Iriam to here, and no in between. Do I remember the MSN Messenger nudges? I didn't have that. So I don't think I used MSN. I'm trying to remember. But I can imagine. I'm trying to think now. Blah, 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 blah. I want to catch up on chat real quick. Hang on. As far as Discord goes, usually just vibe and participate in conversations that interest me, hoping to do more art stuff when I get the schedule sorted out. Okay, that's fair, that's fair. Feeling better tomorrow? Want to stream again on Twitch? Yeah. Alright, okay, I think I got up. Was I in AOL AIM? I don't think either, actually. I was Palm Pilot, if anything. Back in the day when millennials chatted on MSN, you could nudge someone, which basically caused the chat box to buzz loudly and pop to the screen of the nudgy. I was on Skype, yeah, I was on Skype, and I was not doing much social stuff, honestly. Is your arm fixed around the scarf? Yeah, it's kind of like in between. So the scarf is going this way, and your arm is in between it. It'll look a little clearer once I have color on everything, I think. No time to talk, must draw. Honestly, yeah. Honestly. Did I ever have MySpace? I think you'd enjoy it because of the crazy amount of customization. I did not have MySpace. Everyone else I knew was on MySpace, but I was not on MySpace, actually. I like the aesthetic and, like, what I saw people doing, but MySpace really, really scared me, actually. I was not on MySpace. But everybody else was. At least I'm not alone, apparently. Thank you, Vessa. Fox friend is not for shaking. Back when you were in the grind for DA points. Honestly, true. Honestly, true. You guys, my first commissions were with DA points. And I would do stuff that was like... Okay, probably not this level because this has so many different characters, but I would be doing things like full body with background for 100 DA points, which if you don't know is the equivalent of $1. But don't worry, it's not like you missed out. The quality wasn't like near to this level. Yeah, I mean, man, I think that when you're... I think when you're younger, you don't really get as much of a sense of the conversion, right? Because I would see the exact same thing years later on Amino. I don't know if anyone used Amino. I was probably too old to be on that, really. But I was on Amino for a bit, and I would see the exact same behavior that I would see with DeviantArt points. And it's like, oh, this is flashbacks. It was worth it because it made Yunyu draw and improve. You wanna know what my commissions were? You wanna know what my commissions were back on DeviantArt? I was doing Gaia Online avatar commissions. Which was really funny, and I'm never gonna show this. But at one point, I was doing Gaia on avatar commissions, and it had like a lot of customization, right? So there's like a really, really bad commission I did one time where I was trying to draw the this character that had a gun, and I was trying to do the view where the gun is like right at the viewer, right at the camera, and it turned out so bad. But I remember like being nervous about drawing a gun. Sometimes I wish I could go back to those people and be like, hi, I want to make free art of your decades old OC just to show you where I've been. Top goal for next fundraiser is showing us your old art drawings from that era? No. No. No, because those were online, so that's probably not a good idea. Old art is like baby pictures. For what it's worth, Starlight, that is precisely what you did with my PNG model. Is do a modern art of my decades-old Gaia online. Avatar OC. That's incredible, honestly, Aiden. Gaia designs are still really good, not gonna lie. I've seen some that look like they could be in, like, the next Genshin. I've seen some designs that still work. That really is true, though, Neo. You know what? I feel like you guys would actually be really disappointed in me because I don't have as much old art as most people. Because I did not sketch enough. And I did not make... I made a lot of pieces where I would freak out on details for so long that I don't think I have too many pieces to show. Sometimes I wonder, like, what happened with my time. I feel like it would be very disappointing in comparison to, like, those art vlogs that you see on YouTube where people have, like, 20 sketchbooks that are all completely filled. I was bad about filling, I still am bad, about filling a single sketchbook. And I think that that is kind of indicative of where I'm not where I wish I was, I guess, if that makes sense. I'm the opposite, I have more old art than new art. I definitely think I have more new art than old art. I think, like, I've always taken it seriously, but not seriously enough to do, like, enough pieces. I don't know. Random thought, is there something you used to not like that you've learned to like later? Me? No, no. Like... if you mean, like, art subject-wise? Trying to think. Could be anything? Well, when it comes to anime style art, I kind of went through a phase where I, like, jumped from, like, really wanting to do anime style, and then not being good at humans, and then just, like, ignoring drawing humans entirely, and then only drawing furry stuff. and then kind of getting back into anime because a friend of mine convinced me to go to a convention that had a virtual Vocaloid concert. And it got me back into everything that I had started out doing. Fortnite. That's a weird one, right? You're working with them, but you don't really know much about it. And then your friend ends up being very into it. And you get exposed to more of it. I did not get to see Miku. I only saw her friends. It was like, what do you call that? It was like the... I don't know what you would call it. It was a Miku concert. I'm trying to remember if Miku was in it now. I think it... I can't remember if she herself was in it or if it was just her friends. It was a lower class con. I mean, to be fair, it was a convention put on at a school. So, yeah, I guess so. But, you know what? For what they had, I give them props. That's still a lot to do. No, it wasn't. No, not my. No. Not. No, we had to travel for this. We had to travel for this, not us. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out sleigh stuff. Did I accidentally draw on top of your jacket? Yes, I did. You made a pilgrimage to school with Miku in it. I suppose so. I suppose so. Because it was like this small indie put-on con, but they had somehow gotten a pretty high-end concert going with Miku's friends. But it wasn't like Ren and it wasn't like any of the, how do I explain it? I think it was special Vocaloids that were like specific to this group. Was it the yeah, it was. No. Like, it was really, really well done, and it got me back into anime. But it wasn't Hatsune Miku herself, and it wasn't like her typical friends. Like, it wasn't the twins or anything. But it looked very, very much the same. What the characters look like? I can probably send you something later that is more accurate, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head right now. DM me, and I will try to remember. I think one of them had orange hair. But the TLDR is it got me back into listening to Vocaloid music, and then that got me back into watching anime, and then that got me back into wanting to learn to draw people. And then getting into VTuber Senpai's server is when I, like, really, really started drawing people again. And I remember when I was doing the class photo drawing, I was almost tearing up in happiness. Because I was like, this feels right. It feels right for me to be drawing this. You know, to go back to those roots. I think I got the feeling when I was drawing, Kara, who I don't even know is in the server anymore. I think their name was Kara? The frog person with the goggles. And when I was drawing them in the class photo, I was like, I want to draw cute anime things. I want this to work. I want this to be a thing. And now here we are. So it's like, it got me like from furry to back to anime. But obviously it still took some time because I had Anthroform for a very long time. That was before I even joined the server. Oh yeah, you're right, it was. My gosh. I would have loved to do a second one, but the rate for it got too high. I couldn't do it for the same rate, and it just sort of went out of budget, which is understandable because it was like what, 30 separate people? But it's funny, right? Because I think, I mean, you know, C-Hero, let me know if I'm wrong. I think that because of the class photo, it showed that I could draw multiple characters in a scene, and I think that's how C-Hero and I ended up working together. I've always liked being able to tell stories with illustration. And one of my favorite ways to do that is multiple characters interacting. And it definitely takes a really long time, but I'm always really inspired by things like splash art. So that's kind of how we ended up here. My sister and senpai, you set the rates. Yeah, and my rate got too high. Did I buy the tablet yet? I did. I did, yeah, it went even lower afterwards, like a day afterwards. But I'm like, that's okay, because, I was still able to, get a protective case. Which is really good, because I'm always afraid about destroying those kind of things. I just realized I forgot to make the back of the sleigh. Hang on a sec. Yeah, that's probably good. I forgot to make the backing. Forgot to put a back to the sleigh. The presents are gonna fall out, and we can't have that. Previous song is perfect for I forgot to draw the sleigh vibes. What does that even mean? There. Is that doesn't feel right. Why doesn't that feel right? Why doesn't this feel right? Hang on. If I do that, and then... Why doesn't that feel parallel? Oh, because the other part is too high. The loopy part is on the inside, it should be on the outside. I mean, true, but it... Wait, what if I just... Does that work better? Something like that. That works. Okay, let's go with that. I think that works. Thank you, I appreciate that. I just remember the Steam sale has started. Oh, that hasn't been going on? Never mind, I guess I'm secretly a genius. What? Isn't that what you meant? You meant the loopy part, right? I thought the sale had been going on. Or maybe I just get notifications about sale items. Isn't it a little late? Wouldn't that have happened earlier in the month? Wait, why am I trying to get right to the edge? I can just go over it, and actually that would be better. What am I doing? It would actually be better for me to not go right to the edge. Very dumb. Very dumb. Where's this? Okay. This all needs to go below these guys. There we go. Need to learn how to overlap things correctly. Wait, why is this not working now? What am I... back in front. Alright, I'm gonna try to not bother with that too much, actually. Let's just try to... Alright, Gura's not in the way at least, so let's just work with that. My talking cat is on my lap and my legs are going numb, please send help. I don't know how to deal with cats. I don't know the needs of a cat. Aside from being on your leg. I don't know what kind of help to send. Maybe if you had like those little bags of cat food that they shake. Alright, there we go. This is honestly the kind of thing that I'm like looking forward to with the tablet, is just being able to do this like monotonous repetitive stuff but not hunched over. I think that's actually gonna be like really, really good. I was thinking about that. I'm like, you know what? This is gonna be really, really good for health things over time, I think. To be able to do the monotonous work without becoming shrimp. As much as Vesa probably would like me to become shrimp, I don't think in this case it would be good to become shrimp. I should add a stretch redeem. I thought I had one. I did at one point anyway. Alright. We'll teach you to get along with cats. Don't worry, you have a good soul, so cats will love you too. Neo, tell me about the fish thing. I'm confused about the fish thing. Can you explain to me the fish thing? Because I heard you saying that earlier, and I'm like, wait, when did Neo become fish? This is new to me. I must know the updates of the fish. Neo's been fish forever? Wait, what? I thought Neo was android like you. No? It's complicated. Okay. I'll take that. We're both robots, but she has soul of fish like I have soul of cat and shrimp. So wait, Vesa, does that also make you fish? What'd I just say? You said you had soul of cat and shrimp. Does that count as fish? Are you fish? I just really like fish memes and it's overtaken my life. Okay, that's fair. Is Vesa fish? Shrimp are shellfish. Yeah, exactly. That's what, yes. Shrimp says bugs. Is Vesa's fish the great philosophical question? You know what? Here, you know what we're gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna learn how to do this. I'm gonna learn how to do this. I have to test this anyway. So... there we go. Let's see if this works. Wait, can I even see that on my end? How does that look? Can mods not make polls? I think they can, but I'm not sure. It's going for 2 minutes. We're gonna see is Vesa fish. Robo trout. There was a congressionally funded study on the main habits of trout that was specifically undertaken by the creation of robo trout. As a clue about it seemed fitting. Yeah, I think mods can make polls. As a mod type / poll, it should pop up a thing. Not while another is active, though. Oh, okay. Thank you, Saranoni. Thank you. Alright, we're halfway through. Is Vesa fish? And hello, hello. Yeah, I think the exclamation mark is mine, but the backslash is Twitch's. Alright, we're getting to the end here. I helped. Alright, we've got like a few seconds left. We're ticking down. We're ticking down. Get to the end. Oh, 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 oh! That was a nail biter. That was a nail biter at the last second. Vesa is fish, so say the people. Incredible. The people have spoken, Vesa is fish. Vesa is fish, indeed, yes. It's so close, though. It's so close. You guys put in channel points to get extra votes. You're crazy. You guys are crazy. Sidon is a himbo fish. Yes, that's fair. You can do that literally rigged. Vote buying is legal, Twitch says so. Sidon is the only reason I saved Hyrule in Breath of the Wild. Oh my gosh, Lady Red. Yeah, you can vote and add channel points to the vote. It's not rigged, it's just really enthusiastic. Couldn't disappoint the fish prince. How do I feel about Yona and TOTK? I don't understand the hate unless you're like very keen on marrying him yourself. I think she's fine, honestly. I think she gets way too much hate. When I do art polls on WBPL and people choose the prompts, they spend so many points on the polls. Really? That's hilarious. Maybe we finally figured out a use for the points if we're gonna be moving to stream loot soon. Maybe that's a great use of our point. Maybe I'll learn to do polls more. Because I don't think I've ever done- that was my first poll that I've ever done on Twitch. And it was to figure out if Vesa was fish. A great use of a first poll, in my opinion. Very useful first poll, I think. Very worthwhile. No more art redeems, only vote buy now. I gotta go. Ahead, have a nice one, Star in chat. Thank you, Divine Fox, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you, thank you. Besides, people shipped Sidon and Link so hard, the idea of him getting married to anyone else personally offended them. True. I read Atari. Oh no, don't you start. Don't start with that. Don't worry, I just can't read. No! No. Yes, sir. Oh no, does that make us rivals now? Starlight Atari sounds like a pixel game where you play as a space shooter, Starlight defeating the Thunderbird. Oh man, it's Galaga. When we were watching the Game Awards in VTuber Senpai's server, and we like when that last trailer dropped for whatever that game is gonna be, I was like, did they remake Galaga? I thought it was gonna be like this super realistic, like half meme game. It wouldn't have been that far-fetched, honestly. It wouldn't have. We've had, like, photorealistic Pac-Man. Why not Galaga? I was not that far off when you look at the visuals. When you look at the visuals, it was, like, until the end, where it literally just becomes, like, some sort of weird Jurassic Park thing. It was not that far off. Man, that was so far-fetched, you would have scanned your comment with a Pokedex, it would have registered as a duck. Jeez. It was not. It was not. Photorealistic Pac-Man is literally a glitched beach ball. Changed my mind. Honestly, like, okay. They said that it was like this last... Okay, here's how they prefaced it. Last trailer of the entire Game Awards after Game of the Year was announced already, and then they said that it was a huge tribute to gaming and the history of gaming, and then it opens up to a top-down silhouette of a spaceship. I don't think that would be considered very far off. Who amputated part of Kura's tail? I think, if I remember the lore correct, it got caught under a rock. I have no idea why they said that, by the way, since it's a new IP. I know, but that's what they said. They were like, oh, celebrating the history of gaming. And then shows what literally looks like a Galaga silhouette. And it would not have been far off. We have seen realistic versions of really old games, and it's used as parody. Plus, you know that we normally don't get new IPs, that they're usually remakes, remasters, and sequels. So I don't think it was very far off. Name one what? Look at the shoddy stitch job. I don't know, maybe she did it herself. Who was the sham-handed surgeon that did Shark Girl dirty? Name one what? Where's Crony? There we go. We need Crony color. Also, these need to be flipped in order. There we go. Let's go with dark blue for Crony. I'm running out of colors to see what I'm doing. How can you expect fish to swim good and stuff without her tail bites hanging on my dental floss at home? Oh my gosh, Aiden! Oh my gosh, I don't know. She doesn't seem that bothered by it. You made a new poll? What did you... Oh my gosh. Wow, okay. Well, you're not getting very far, Bessa. See, people were more excited to vote for you being a fish. That's you voting. I guarantee that's your own. You missed the third option, what trailer? I didn't see the trailer, but I'm trusting you. Thank you! I wasn't paying attention, I don't know what trailer either. Vesta, as a legally verified fish, how does a shark swim with half her tail dangling off? By wishful thinking and tinsel? Oh my god. Tinsel. 'Tis the season. People happier to talk about me than to think what I'm talking about. People are just really happy that they now know that you're a fish. It's good to get confirmation, you know? Your caps lock is stuck. I thought you were just really passionate. Pain tolerance does not apply to hydrodynamics. I've been a fish for less than an hour. Got me some. You guys are amazing. You guys are incredible. I mean, I don't- when did it get caught in the rock? 'Cause maybe it was like when she was trying to get out? I mean, she doesn't really need to swim now, does she? Does she still swim? Wait, does Gura still swim? She left Atlantis. So I don't know if she has any reason to now. Neo is also a fish. Ask her. She is my fish senpai. Oh my god. I love how it's different every time I did. I love how no matter what, if Aiden is here, it cannot be a calm stream. But I am intensely amused. You know, it's funny. On Iriam, we had a bunch of superheroes in chat at the same time, and now we just have an aquarium of fish. We went from Justice League to Finding Nemo. Does that mean I'm a fish too? Does that mean Lily's a crab? A spider crab, maybe. It's like the My Little Pony movie where all the ponies get like little fish sea pony forms. Alright, we got flat color. Why did that take so long to do flat color? Yeah, the mermaid forms. I don't know, do we have like sea stargazers? Sea stargazers? Oh my gosh. Truly incredible. Truly incredible here. Alright, I have to make sure to, like, do those reins later, but I'm too lazy to do the reins right now. See if I can make those more visible. Or not. Sea Stargazer sounds like a new hashtag for what? Final Fantasy Sea of Stars. Wait a minute. Vessa, it all comes full circle to your favorite game. I won't make any more polls today, I'm done. But now we know the poll system works at least. So that's good. That's good to keep in mind. Yeah, you gotta be careful, you know. More polls, more fish discovery. Oh, yeah. What base color are we gonna use for Sea Hero? Probably white, because his outfit's mainly white. I'll adjust the color later. I'm just trying to get, like, base down. It's official, we are all fish. What is that, a kraken? What is that? Fish of fish. Now I'm gonna have to make sea stargazer forms. I mean, okay, there was a thing where if you went to a certain, if you go to a certain place in Illusionari, there are more aquatic creatures. You've been zoomed into the sleigh for so long, I forgot that was only 10% of the total picture. It's a big piece. It's a big piece. That's why I'm so, like, I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous. I want to get this done for the holidays so badly, but clock is ticking. Alright. That's why I think what will probably end up happening, not gonna lie, is as much as I want to do Saturday streams being more fun, I think I'm going to have to make it work period as well. Because, yeah. we've got a lot to go. I hope you guys don't mind. I know that this is probably not the ideal return, but the truth is that when I had to do all the return stuff, like with Iriam and everything, all these kind of things had to get put aside a bit. So now I am trying to go the opposite way, and now I'm trying to put more priority on the commissioner work. And I'm doing my best to catch up on all sides for everybody. But I'm only one fox. So I appreciate your patience with everything. No, Alright, wasn't too bad, that's good. Sometimes if I'm not careful, I accidentally end up cropping the piece. Stop apologizing when everyone's here and being silly and having fun and talking together. Okay. Apologies not needed when shenanigans and fun are had. I'm glad you guys are having fun. I'm glad. You're already doing enough work for two. Oy, it feels that way. It feels that way sometimes. I just need to, like, oh man. I want to do so many things that are like smaller check-off projects, because I was telling somebody in Iriam, right, they were asking about, they wanted to get better at writing and improve their writing, and I'm like, well, I'm not the best person to ask. My advice for that is to do small projects, right? Is to do small projects that you can check off. And these are really large projects, and I want to do small things. I was mentioning the master studies and stuff earlier. I want to do more of those, and I want to do more, like, I really want to start doing adoptables, honestly. There's a lot of different things that I want to do that are a lot smaller than this, but at the moment, this takes priority. So it's one of those things where, like, I think most of January I'm gonna be focused really hard on catching up with commission things, and then I want to get to the point where I can even things out again. Let's jump to Doki Bird, because I feel like I can match her colors easiest. I totally misheard this as goth polls. I can't figure out what you actually said. I said adoptables! A little bit different. Just a tiny bit different. Ever so slightly different. You can adopt a goth. I am having a lot of fun with this piece. I just wish that, that there wasn't so much overlap with things. Like all the Iriam promo took a lot of time. Which would have been fine if I didn't have such a super scuffed debut. I didn't know Rhett and I were adoptable. Did I forget a detail on there? I did. I forgot. Oh, I forgot little stars on there. Alright, I'm gonna have to add those later. And the rest of those details I'm just gonna have to do later by hand, because they are too small. Too small. These are all so small, I can't really block these out. They're really tiny. Alright, and then I'll just do the skin, probably? Yeah. And then I'll clean all of these up to match better. Alright, that's like... from a distance, you get the idea. Coloring right now makes Doki look like a ninja big bird. That's funny. Alright, and then Bubba. I don't remember Bubba's exact coloring, so we'll just... Blech! It helps to, remember to close your layers. And then this I separated, right? Okay, thank goodness. So Iron Mouse is gonna be snow. And Ubi is gonna be purple. There we go. You always change what I'm commenting on before you read my comment. I swear you do it on purpose. I don't. Oh, funny idea that I had for Iron Mouse, though. Tell me what you guys think of this. The horns are carrots. Does this work? It's like, it's not her color scheme, but I hope it fits. Like people get the joke, right? I'm sort of like slapdashing that at the moment. And then I think the hearts are also charcoal, right? Yeah. I'm just doing it very rough just to get the idea in. And then for the hair, I was thinking of making it like a blade of grass, but that might end up looking too far-fetched. Because you can't really make that in snow, you know? But I feel like you could use a leaf. What do you think? Do you think that... Do you think that the bow should be her actual bow, or do you think that should be in snow as well? Her black dots, her eyes are looking too deep into my soul. I'm gonna trim it a little bit so it's less soul-wrenching. Do we think that the bow should be her actual bow? The actual bow? Alright. So I'm gonna make that pink, and then what I think I'll probably do to sort of get the Iron Mouse feeling is the snow when it's like all, I know that's not really the right color of the bow. I know it's more of a red. I think what I'll probably try doing is with the light and everything, if I can just sort of get a little bit of the snow to be like somewhat lightly tinted. So it's like there's clearly a pink feeling here, you know? I vote more soul wrenching. Rabbit, robot and dragon pulling Santa sleigh driven by a shark, A-okay. Grass in the snow, too unrealistic. Well, what do you think? I mean, I could just straight up throw a wig on her. Long-lived democracy. What do you think, Sea Hero? I can make the hair formed with snow, or I can give it a little bit of a tint, or I can have a wig thrown on a snowman, essentially. I do think the carrot idea is funny, though. So if I was to do a wig, it would definitely show her design faster, but it wouldn't feel as much like snow. And I would probably blend these lines so that they do look more snow-like. Let me see if I can get a quick visual of how that would look. And then minus the hearts here. And minus that insane chunk. I think this is purple, right? Yeah. So this is what it would look like with a wig. And I could always, like, not make these carrots. I could just make it more realistic. That might not work if it's, like, the random carrots and the wig. So I think what would either work is having snow with carrots, or a wig and regular horns. The horns could be basically snow. So these are sort of the two options. This is like more like a snowman, and the hair will sort of be melted in with shading to look like it's all one piece, just with some, you know, pushed in detail. Or more realistic, and sort of throwing a wig on top. I think people will recognize if there's a tint of her hair color. That won't be realistic. Question is to be real or not. Show with the carrot. This one. Also keep in mind this is going to be a nighttime scene. So I'm going to probably push a little bit of the snow color. Because snow in shadow is more of a blue, so I can tint it more to like a purple and then light it with pink. Actually, let me see if I can quickly show you that. Go with the carrot option? Alright. Let me just quickly see if I can show you what that would look like here. Let's just duplicate this. Try to make this easier. So this would be like, if this is, imagine that like the background is darker, right? And then this is like lighter on the top. And then try to push that a little bit more. And then a little bit of like a bit of a tint here from like light or something. Come on. So it's kind of got that warm effect, or not warm, but like tinted, right? So like have some color bleeding through, and then most likely it's gonna be shaded a little on the edge here with like some orange, gold, because that's where the Christmas lights are coming from. Kind of something around like that. And then Booby will just be himself, so that'll be a lot more recognizable too. And then let me quickly adjust her bow, because I think that is easier. I think she has a more iconic bow color. Oh, wrong layer. Something like that. You know, it's funny, if we have the carrot, then Iron Mouse fans can take that idea and make it in real life, right? I like how every time you do a Pomodoro quiet work stream, it turns into a very talkative stream. I know, right? I'm terrible at this. I'm really terrible at this. I can't get... At least I'm learning to work. I think I'm not slowed down too much at the moment. Plus, See Hero being here makes it really nice to be able to get instant feedback on how we can... what direction with things we can go. So that's really good. Let's add your color. While we are here. Every time I see a deer, I think Shikanoko. That's fair. That's fair these days. Is me purple. Well, I have to use some sort of color that I can lighten later. And with black, you either have to go with a purple or a blue. Is that... oh, right. I think that's it, right? Yeah. I cannot see the difference, so I'm gonna have to make sure that I clear that up later. That's really hard for me to discern where the color breaks are. Alright, and then... It's probably gonna be red. It's gonna be as many layers as a live 2D model. I'm too complicated, I need a redesign. This isn't too bad, color-wise, design-wise. I actually, now that I realize, I actually simplified this piece. I took the buckles from the front of your jacket and I got rid of them and added the straps instead. Thank you for remembering to always buckle my pin. I try. I try. Alright. There we go. And then that's probably good for Vessa's base. Let's get Thorn's base real quick. Actually, let's just grab it from Crony. I love how because I don't have the glow, it just looks like a clown nose. It's gonna have a glow to it. Oh, shoot. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. I have to paint all those jingle bells on. When I think about spring art next year, maybe it'll be a Hamami festival and the dynamic duo will be doing another Odd Job biker. It's a classic now. It's a classic. The dynamic duo. Many shenanigans. But in the Halloween one, that was a different scenario, right? Wait, how did I end up not fully covering his wing? What did I do here? Oops. How'd that happen? Sorry about that. There we go. I don't know how I ended up missing that. Alright, and then I need the gray part on the spikes, which, fun facts, is not the same as the head spikes, but I'm gonna put them all in one layer anyway for ease of use. These are actually two different grays. I know, it's like working on Star Wars. Ah! I forgot the, Thornscale lives by their name. Vessa, what was that again about a complex design? that works. That's fine. Which means I also have to make sure it's colored. All right. I thought I combined these, no? There we go. Alistair, hello, hello! Welcome in. How's everything going? I think... Okay. I've got to just get the last spikes on here. Just chillin', got a new fighting game controller in today. Nice, nice. Did I paint these in 2 different colors? I totally did, didn't I? Awesome. All right. There. That's gonna... Wait, no, these are gray. Why am I painting the spikes blue? They're gray. Still gotta figure out what kind of, what I'm gonna do for artwork for it. Are you gonna add a skin to it? While I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna be showing off your Sailor Moon piece on stream tonight. Awesome. I'm glad to. I hope it's well received. All right. Send you a DM of what it looks like. Add your own logo? That's really cool. That's really cool. I didn't know you could add your own logo to things. Still appreciate how above and beyond you went with it. It came out really good. Absolutely, Hayden. Yeah, no, I absolutely wanted to make it worth your while, so I'm glad. Plus, that was fun to do. That was like exclusive deluxe backadoodle. So I'm happy with it too. So many spikes. So many spikes here. Many much spikes. And these are also going to be slightly different colors too. I'm just sort of drafting them in because it takes a bit of time to do cleanup. Like, going in between all those, for instance. Well, maybe I can do that quicker. Can I use a... Sometimes you can use Magic Wand to make your life less painful. Not always, but sometimes. And other times you end up doing a half and half issue. But that, you know what, I'll leave it there because cleaning that up would be easier. There we go, and then just get the eye color in and make sure to not forget. Oh, there's a big patterns actually. Alright, I just want to make sure that I don't forget the spikes here, and then I'll do the patterns at another point. Lots of spikes. Lots of pattern spikes. Lots of... We got like stripes here. Like tiger stripes. And then there's gonna be something, there's an arm pattern there. So I just need to like tell myself to not forget it somewhere there. There we go. And then make sure that I don't forget the purpose here of this. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be like a nice soft ambient glow around everything. This is already once I get the background in, this is going to feel a lot more finished. It doesn't right now because the main characters in the front take so long. But literally just adding a flat color here is already going to help. If I just go and like, not that one. If I just do this. And then show like where some of the light is. Yeah, trust the process, exactly. I can already make this feel more finished than it is. Or I can make it feel bleh, you know what I mean. So once the background is in, which I will probably be doing off stream because that's going to take a really long time to make sure I get it right, then doing the characters after is fine. And obviously this is not the right color, right? It's gonna be a lot, it's gonna be a lot more warmer and more Christmassy, as I said before. But you can kind of see where things are evolving now. So it seems like I'm spending a lot of time just like doing tiny details. But if you zoom in, like let me show you, right? So if you look at like Jokey Bird and the deer, this is how rough they look. And then we're trying to make it, like, seeing all their detail, right? Or then, like with Thorn and Vesa. And Crony and Gura, this is, like, how detailed the piece is. And it does look like it could be its own piece now. And then this is how it looks in the sketch. So you can kind of see where the evolution comes from, right? It takes a long time to get to these stages. But now that we have the line art done for all the characters, I think everything else is going to go much faster, honestly. I still like the rough sketches when it's Vesa and Thorn, though, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, you can see the evolution of things. So let's see here. Ow. I think we are probably going to call it there. Because I've been going for a long time now, and I was on Iriam earlier. Let's see here. Matcha is doing another co-working stream, so I will send you guys to Matcha, who is the person that we rated earlier. So I will send you over there. They are also doing a calm co-working stream, so it always helps there. And then, what, is it already Thursday? What day is it? It's already Thursday, my gosh. Alright, I think what I'm probably going to end up doing is probably gonna do an Iriam stream tomorrow. Just because I have quota for that. Probably gonna do an Iriam stream tomorrow, and Saturday, I think, well, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't do an Iriam stream. I really need to push through this. I might have to make up quota after Christmas and then just like run through. We'll see. Yeah, it might be better if I just focus on the background. If I can get the background done, and then Saturday we work on like rendering out the characters, then Sunday, Monday I can try to get the finishing touches done. Oh man, this is tight. I'm gonna see what we can do. I'll probably be working on it more tonight as well. But anyways, thank you so much. Hang on one sec, get the poll out of the way here. Alright, there we go. Let's go to Matcha. There we go. I will probably, I'll have to say hi really quickly, but then I gotta run out, but thank you so much, Stargazers. I really appreciate your time here. I'm glad that you have fun. It makes me really happy. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night. And as always, all the best. Thank you so much.